Good day. Today I'll be talking about Chandragupta Maurya. This is a very big story, so I'll be making a few parts. First, let me take you to India, to very ancient times. Earlier, before Chandragupta Maurya, India wasn't like this. It was divided into small kingdoms, very small kingdoms, and all these kingdoms will fight with each other for power, for land, and for money. You do not know which king is an ally of yourself. An ally king will not fight with you, but a rival king will do fight with you. So, the kingdoms always had their army ready. One such kingdom is Magadha. It's a very big kingdom and its ruler is Nanda, Dhanananda from Nanda dynasty. Magadha kingdom had its capital Pataliputra. It is true, Pataliputra is Patna in today's name for Pataliputra is Patna. Just like India has capital Delhi, Magadha had Pataliputra. And Pataliputra was a very powerful kingdom with more than 2 lakh soldiers, 3,000 elephants, 20,000 horses, and it had huge army. Magadha Empire was a very flourishing place. It had lots of money. But where did the money come from? Dhanananda taxed its people so much they were just cribbing. He was squeezing money out of them. And he was not doing anything in return. He just wants to spend it for himself lavishly. He forgot that a king is there for people. He started excruciating them from all their money. It is said that he taxed them even for stones. People were not very happy with him. They were restless. And always, Magadha, one important point with Magadha is they were very strong and people did not dare to fight Magadha Empire. When this is on one side, let me take you to another person called Chanakya, a very important person in the history of India. Chanakya was born to a Brahmin family. His father is Chanak and his mother Kaniniswari. We do not know where Chanakya is originating from. Some say he is from Kerala, some say he is from Kollimalai, some say he is from Pataliputra itself, but we do not know from where he is. But there is a person called Chanakya and he has done a lot of things for this country. Chanakya's father was a teacher by himself. He used to teach Vedas to lots of children. Those days, knowledge is not sold. No money is taken to give knowledge. And teachers were respected, were the most respected people of the society. So, naturally, kings and wealthy people donated money to teachers and educational institutions. So, education was free in India. You know, Indian education system was the best. It had teachers teaching practicals, through experiments, through their knowledge. No tests were conducted, no writing work, no homework, no certificates, no competitions. If it is a competition, it is just exhibits of your talent. Nobody is compared. Each talent is given its own due. That's how Indian education was. Each child is taught lots of lots of importance was given to arts. Everybody was taught martial arts, painting, warrior skills, and economics, commerce, everything. A child who is interested in any other subject, any subject, can go to the teacher, to the relevant teacher. That is how it was. And Chanakya's father was a teacher, and he used to teach Vedas. Chanakya, being a young boy, kept listening to these Vedas from very young age. And by the age of 5, he was able to recite all the 4 Vedas. So many shlokas in the Vedas. He was able to recite them. And by the age of 12, he was able to understand the inner meanings of the Veda. He was able to decipher what the Veda shloka is coming and telling it to you. All the Sanskrit shlokas have a superficial meaning and have inner meaning. Every Sanskrit shloka has some formula hidden into it. So to know that, you will have to understand, have a deeper understanding of that shloka, which Chanakya was able to achieve at a very young age of 12. And he developed a keen interest towards economics and politics. What is economics? Economics means the study of wealth. How you can acquire wealth, how you can acquire money, how good you will have to put it to use so that it is profitable, where to spend, where not to spend, everything dealing about money is called economics. And what is politics? Politics is nothing but government. Who is going to rule? What are the policies for ruling? How many ministers you are going to have? How many officers you are going to have? How are you going to protect your country? How are you going to strengthen your country? How are you going to look after your people? What is the law? Everything comes into politics. Now, this is a very interesting and a very good topic. So, Chanakya was very interested in economics and politics. You know, India was the only country to have universities back then. The Takshashila and Nalanda universities. The whole world was plundered in ignorance, but India had universities with proficient teachers. Students all around the world lined up to get into that university. Takshashila. There is a stringent policy. Moral conduct is very important to be a part of Takshashila. If you have any criminal record, you will not be entered. They will check your psychological balance, how good you are. Moral discipline is very important to get into education system. So this Takshashila absorbed Chanakya. Chanakya is a student of famous Takshashila, and Takshashila was having the famous Chanakya. Chanakya gave more name to his institution. He became a very good professor too. After learning from there, he became a professor there itself. And he had quite good influence in Takshashila University. Chanakya had this visual. He was afraid that the kingdom, that India will be captured by foreigners, because Indian kings are always fighting amongst themselves. And there is this Greek lord, Alexander. He is coming to capture India. He wants to conquer the world, and India is a threat. So he wanted to go to Magadha and say and tell him, explain him about the dangers that is faced by our continent. And he want to unify all the kingdoms into one country, Bharatavarsha. But Magadha, this Nanda, Dhanananda, was not prepared to listen to what these wise words from Chanakya. He was too arrogant. He just made one of his soldiers to pull Chanakya's tuft and throw him away. Chanakya was deeply offended. He was angry. He said, "What an arrogance! A king should not have this arrogance. It is a primary duty of a king to protect your citizens, your country, and you are not doing it. I will teach you a lesson. I am going to uproot you from your throne. I am going to dethrone you and then reinstall another ruler who is for the country, who will look after the country and who will unify the whole nation into one Bharatavarsha." Saying so, he was very thoughtful, and he just left the place with rage. When he was going, he saw a group of children playing there. They were playing kings. One particular boy, Chandragupta, he played the king of kings. His body language, the way he maintained the court, he must be 10 years old. When two people had betrayed the kingdom in his game, he asked them to cut both the limbs. Chandragupta said to the other children, "Cut their hands and legs." But the other children were clueless. "How will we cut? We do not have any axe." Chandragupta just thought for a moment and said, "Oh, there is a goat horn there. Make it as an axe, make it the axe head, tie it with the wood and chop their hands and legs." And the children did the same. They obeyed his order, and the axe was ready, and they chopped. They acted as if they chopped, and the limbs were ready, right out of it. And Chandragupta said, "Now interchange the limbs. Put legs on his shoulders and hands on his legs, on his hips. Let him go like this. This is the punishment for betraying your own kingdom." Chanakya was astounded by seeing this fellow. He felt, this fellow is the one I am searching. He was just 10 to 12-year-old boy, and this is the right time to catch him young and to train him to become the future emperor of India. Thus came a very long relationship between a teacher and a student who created this whole India.